Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Los Angeles, police getting some surprising help from suspects' parents, turning in at least 3 teens to officers in recent days after the department shared images of massive bike flash mobs ransacking 7-Eleven stores.
With all the publicity that we use the media on the flash mobs, that the parents had seen that and decided that the right thing to do was to bring the child in.
The LAPD says there have been more than a dozen of these flash robberies at 10 7-Elevens across the city since July, where mobs of young people flood stores, snag merchandise, knock over displays, and take off, typically occurring on Friday nights. While there are calls for more precise data, research shows Los Angeles is the most affected city in the U.S. by organized retail crime.
I think these individuals have been lulled into a false sense of security, into thinking that if they do it in mass, that somehow they may be able to just slink away because of the sheer numbers of perpetrators. And so this time, not so much.
The stores often left in shambles, requiring major cleanup efforts and becoming a priority for the LAPD, applauding parents who are choosing to hold their kids accountable.
It is interesting to hear that parents themselves were active in getting their children to be held accountable for those and to face consequences.
The minors were booked for robbery and released back to their parents.
When you engage in foolishness, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. And so I'm glad that these parents are modeling and teaching their children that every choice has a consequence. And hopefully this will deter these young people from doing it if they've done it before and the parents just didn't know.
All right, Emily Aketa joins us now in studio. So, Emily, what else is the LAPD doing to sort of get these robberies, which are very high profile because we watch them all the time on the news? How do they get them under control?
So I mentioned those several arrests, but police actually believe there were something like 20 to 40 young people that had been involved in this string of robberies over the last number of months. And they believe that some of those people weren't even from the area of the crime. So they're getting in touch with school resource officers, school districts across the region, and they're also putting out an ask to the public to bring forward any kind of information. They've already received a number of anonymous tips. And as we've seen, we know some of those tips, critical tips, could be coming from the families of the suspects themselves.
All right, Emily Aketa for us. Interesting story there, Emily. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
All right, family. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. My name is Tom from the No Picks Podcast.
What up, y'all? It's Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so obviously we're gonna react to the content that we just played. What's your thoughts, Joe? What's your thoughts on, first of all, the situation in general? But a secondary question I want to ask is, what do you think of these 3 parents that returned their kids in after seeing their faces on the news?
Right. So first off, I'm happy that some of the parents took accountability, right? Because we've said it before, I've said it before, I personally believe that children are a product of their families, right? And so whatever they do when they leave that house, some of that reflects on the family, on the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this was a moment where I feel like those parents saw that their kids were involved in criminal activity. Probably thought they ain't about that life. What the hell they out there? Why they out here doing this, right? And said, no, you got to face a consequence, right? Like listen, I appreciate that because that's accountability, bro. That's huge. That's them saying like, you know what,
100%.
we gonna take this L. So my first thought is I'm surprised, but also happy that parents did that. I hope it becomes a trend if you see your child out there committing crimes. And then the second thing, just in regards to like the situation in general, the fact that they're like strategically targeting these 7-Elevens in different parts of LA and just like raiding these, like just looting them, bro. Like, it's not the first time we've seen looting. There's been so much of it happening all over the country, right? Especially like in urban cities. But like, this is just sad, bro. Like, once again, like, why don't you know where your kids are? Why are your kids out late? They said usually it's later in the evening. You know what I mean? On the weekends, like, this frustrates me, man. Like, and then these young people are like destroying their lives because they're already on the path for the criminal, basically for prison. They're already establishing the breadcrumbs for prison. Like, so that's my first thought, bro. Like, I got more I can say, but like, how did you feel about this? Because this is wild.
California seems crazy, bro. Like California seems like a crazy place to live. Why would you open up a business in California right now? Like who would like what person with a brain will say, "Hey, I got a great business idea and I got some capital. Let's go to California." Who would do that? Because it's like the laws themselves make it like hard to enforce. Like you can't like California just passed. I should have pulled it up for this, but California just passed some legislation saying that there's no cash bonds for like for certain crimes, right? So for non-violent crimes, right? So if a kid or a person, adult, whatever, goes into a retail store, takes under $1,000 worth of stuff, they can just walk out. Even if the cops, even on the off chance that the cops do grab them and put them in jail, they can just get
They
out.
can just walk off.
They can just
Right.
walk out.
Right, and I was going to ask you about that. That actually is a thing. Like if it's less, if it's $1,000 or less, police the cops won't even pursue it. You know what I mean? Like the businesses got to take the loss. Like
Right.
they don't want to do the paperwork. So like so do you think that that's encouraging criminal activity? Like in your opinion, like something like that is
1,000%. 1,000%. But I think you
right.
already have to be of that kind of mind, right? If you like on the fence where like you could kind of go one way or the other, that will push you to go that the criminal way, right? Because when I was a kid, I had no money. I didn't, you know how
Right.
the first day of school is and all that. You want nice clothes, you want nice sneakers, whatever. I used to have to take my cousin's sneakers. This is the first time I'm really ever saying this. I never even told anybody this before, right? I used to have to take my older
It'd
cousin's
be rough
sneakers
sometimes, bro.
and use like black dye and stuff to like paint the Nike sign or the Reebok sign or whatever to make it look like the
Oh,
sneakers were new, right? And I never got caught out on it, right? Maybe I wasn't popular enough for people to even notice, right? But
yeah.
like I remember being a kid, being 13, 14, 15, being like, damn, I had to do it because my grandma didn't have enough money. There were 6 of us in the crib, right? She didn't have enough
Right.
money to like buy all of us new stuff. So sometimes I would have to go without, right? Like it's not that I didn't have clothes, not that, but it wasn't fresh. It wasn't, how people want fresh new stuff for the first couple days of school. Like, bro, listen, I'm fly, I'm
I
super
know.
fly. I
Yeah.
was never that dude, right? So if you take 15-year-old me, 15-year-old Ty, I'm in a situation where it's like, yo, you know what? I could just, go into Reebok and take $900 worth of stuff and just dip out of there and nobody says anything. And even if I get caught,
Right.
there's no real consequences. I would have done it. And this is me, Mr. Anti-crime. I'm all on that type of time.
Right.
I would have done it. Right. So yeah, it doesn't help the situation at all. But I
And
applaud
yeah.
the parents, the 3 parents out of the 40, right? The 3 parents out of 40
Right.
that decided to turn their kids in are good people. I bet their kids hate them their guts right now at this moment. But yo, the parents are
Right.
not doing it to be jerk offs. The parents are doing it to
Right.
be like, yo, if I don't do
Right.
this, you are going to get shot in the face one of these days by a cop or
Right.
another person that you're dealing with. They don't want their kids to
Absolutely.
go through that.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely, and it's a little bit of not. I mean, the store owners still have to salvage whatever they can and pick and basically bring order back to their store because the store was completely ransacked and destroyed, right? So I guess the parents too are just like it's a little bit of justice for the store owners because damn man, they might not be able to recoup all of that. I don't even know if
right,
the insurance will cover that. Like I don't know, but they gonna
right,
take they're taking a loss. Then you got to close the store down for a certain amount of days. Like it's bad for the business owner and it sucks, right? And there's 3 types of people that I imagine, right? It's the people who like were in your position, people who were like maybe living paycheck to paycheck, maybe they were living in poverty, maybe they didn't have that much, and out of desperation or out of just needing something like that law that California has. I don't know if it's a law or what it is, but like something like that would encourage them to go down a criminal route, right? So you might take a person who otherwise wouldn't do something like that. Tupac said himself, "I never did a crime I didn't have to do." And I remember where he
right,
spit that bar. I was just like, "Damn, that's a real bar." He's like, "I
right,
never did a crime I didn't have to do." Right. So there are some people who will do it out of desperation or need. Then there are those who will do it just because they like to have fun and just do these things for fun. Right. The jerk
right,
offs, the buttholes, like we just do this just because they're bored and they want to do something fun. They want to be like sheep. And then there are those who already are just criminals. Right, already are like inclined towards illegal activities and just degenerates. So there's 3, but we don't. I don't know. Listen, these kids, they were smiling, they were having a good old time. They didn't look
right,
like they was there
right,
because they needed it. They looked like they was there because their homies was like, "Yo, let's go loot the
right.
7-Eleven." Everybody
I
else is
mean,
doing it. It was something to
bro, no, no,
do.
no. They definitely didn't need it. Motherfuckers, they was stuck in Cheetos and ice cream sandwiches, and they
Taking
wasn't
big
taking
gulps. Like you don't
bread.
need that big gulp, bro. Like what you doing?
Taking
Like,
big
bro.
gulp.
Yeah, taquitos. Like, come on, bro. Like y'all drawing, bro. No. It looks like they just did it. So I list those
They
three
want to do
different
it.
types of people because these kids struck me as that second type. The people who do this just because they're
Mm,
bored or just want to have fun. Like people who just want to cause
mm,
mischief and chaos just to get off on it. And that
right.
frustrates me, bro. Because I'm like, come on, man. Like the economy's rough. Times is rough. Inflation is still high. These business owners got expenses too. They trying to make revenue. They trying to just run their business and be entrepreneurs. And you messing up their money for what? To have fun? To have fun, bro? Like this frustrates me, man. Like it really really does, and once again it's not giving our young people a good representation because we've often talked about what is going on with our young people, bro. Not just in Philly, not just in the East Coast, but like all across the country. Like what is going on with these young people, man? Like what is making them more prone to gun violence? What is making them more prone to looting and the rioting? What is making up the knockout game? Like all these stupid things that they do. Now you see some of the kids going around. They got this Galaxy gas. Now have you seen the kids just taking puffs of the Galaxy gas?
No.
Bro, I
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna hold you. I don't even know what it is, but it's legal and you can buy it in the store. And kids are just going around taking hits of this Galaxy gas and messing and frying their brains. Like, I'm like, what, bro? I don't get it. Our young people are so lost, bro. They're so lost, man. It really
Yeah.
scares me because this is the future. This is our future.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, gosh,
Listen,
bro.
bro. Maybe we need the damn migrants. Maybe we need
Don't
the
say
Haitians to come in
that.
here because listen, bro. These American kids, bro. Some of them kids was black, but most of them kids like it was like a mixture between black and Spanish, right?
Well, it's
Like
LA, so I imagine some of them were like El Salvadorian or
yeah.
Mexican or so. You know what I mean? Like, so it was a mix of them, but I saw Latino students there too.
And,
Like I
and,
saw mixes.
you know what's crazy? What like kept me away from like crime and doing criminal stuff is like my like extreme fear of being punished. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I never felt like whatever I could do would be worth potentially going to prison for that thing.
Right.
So that's what kept me away from it. I'm like, yo, now, and if the situation was lucrative enough for me to kind of like, well, you know what, it's worth risking, then maybe I would have been in a different position in my life. But like all the things that I was able to do never felt like it would ever be worth it. Right, like
Right.
selling a little bit of drugs. When I went to LaSalle, I mean not LaSalle, when I went to Doherty in high school, there's a lot of drug dealers around my way that would be like, yo, you go to school with these white kids, here, take these perks, here, take these oxys, go sell it to them. It'll be easy. And I'm like, bro, if I get caught selling these, it's not worth this little bit of money that I'm gonna be making because like my life will take a whole nother path because like now I'll be in a situation where then I'll be one of them people like the system. No, that was a decision I made, but now I'm blaming the system because of a decision that I made.
Right.
So
That you made.
and
Right. And they used to say, what is it? Easy money, hard time. You know what I mean? Easy
right.
money, hard time, bro.
Now,
Yeah.
I'll say this: if they were like, hey, every pill you take, every pill you sell, you get $40,000, then maybe I'd have been like, oh, okay, cool, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'd have been like, all right, well, here, white dude, you're gonna do the drugs anyway, so here you go, knock yourself out. But like it was just
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not that low. Like I'm not interested in that stuff. I wasn't interested in that stuff, and like who's gonna just, I could go on a little tangent, but I'm not. But my point is, listen, those three parents deserve praise. They deserve something. Give them the key to the city, bro, because they need to be examples. Like they need to be examples, bro, because like that's tough. That's a tough thing to do. Your kid walking around every day like, yo, I hate you, mom. I hate you, dad.
Right.
And they genuinely are like, they genuinely hate them. Like, and I understand the kid's hatred towards the parent. But they hate them, bro. They genuinely hate them. But I think the parent is like, bro, I'm not here for you to like me. I'm not here for you to love. Like, I want you to love me, but if you don't, I want you to survive. I want you to be a productive member of society.
Right.
And what you doing is counterproductive.
Yeah. No,
So I respect it.
I agree with you 100%, bro. And
I can't even say I would have the balls to do it to my kids, bro. That's facts. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Joe. I'm a big law and order, punishment deserves whatever type dude. I can't look at you in his face on this on his power right now and be like, listen, I would do it. I can't say it. I can't
I
tell you I
know,
would.
bro. I know some people might think I'm a fool for not engaging in this behavior, but we've talked about this before. But you remember when like Philly shut down and all the looting was happening for like
Right.
days, bro. There were like people on top of their businesses
Fact.
with guns shooting people. I wasn't out there. But I knew of some people who had been out there. They were like blowing
Yeah.
up ATMs. They were like stealing like they were raiding Walgreens and Rite Aids and taking the medicines, the medications, the Oxycontins, the all the hard stuff. And they were out there, looting. And I was just like, bruh, like y'all are crazy. Like I was just thinking, like I couldn't see myself out there doing this, bruh, and getting caught up by one of these cops and getting put in the system off this. Maybe a camera recognizes my face. I'm like, and like I said, I couldn't do it, bro. And people were
Yeah.
just like, hey, why not? The city was in chaos. It was, it was really easy to do. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not built that way, bro. I'm just not.
Yeah.
Like, I can't risk it. Like, I got kids. I had a wife. I'm like, bro, if I'm in jail, I can't. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I couldn't risk it, bro. I couldn't risk it. So, but yeah, no, good clip, bro. This is sad. I guess I'm curious to see, like, maybe the family will agree with us. Like I feel like we're not too far off on this one. Like we're not. This is just like pretty straightforward. Like, and
Right.
once again, we ask the question to the community: What's up with our young people? What is going on with our young people? Like seriously, like they are lost out there and they're getting caught up in the system. And I'm trying to have sympathy, but I see this and I'm like, I can't sympathize for this. Not this
Nah.
behavior.
Nah. This ain't the system. This is you. You're
Yeah,
doing
this
this.
is you. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribers still going up. Support still going up. Watch time. We need to watch time to go up a little bit more. But listen, thanks for the support so far. Until next time.